Chris, and in this video we're going to take a look at how to factor polynomials. So a polynomial expression is anytime you have multiple terms, and for these expressions we refer to these as something written as a quadratic, which means that we have an x squared term, and then an x, and then a number. So whenever you see that, whenever you recognize that you have that format of x squared, x, and a number, we're going to set up our two factors like this. And we're going to put x at the beginning of each, because if we were to go and FOIL these, which means multiply your first, outer, inner, and last terms times each other from the two separate binomials, your first terms, x times x, would give you that x squared value. So that's where we come up with the x at the beginning of each. And you always want to set it up this way. Then, to figure out what we're going to factor this out to so that these numbers will work out, we want to take a look at this constant, this last number, and we want to just write out the factors of that number, because we're going to have to find two numbers that will multiply together to give us a 21. And then we're also going to have to find two numbers that will somehow add together to give us 4. So if we look 1 and 21, no matter what we do with the positives and negatives, there's no way that we could get 1 and 21 to give us 4. Whether we did a negative 1 and a positive 21, or a positive 1 and negative 21, or negative negative, no matter what, we can't get 4 out of those. So that pair isn't going to work out. However, 3 and 7, we can see that those are in fact 4 apart, and we can manipulate these in order to give us a positive 4. So for these to add together to give us a positive 4, that means that we need a positive 7 and a negative 3. And that tells us what the numbers in our factors will be. It's a negative 3 and a positive 7. And to confirm it, when you multiply those, you do get a negative 21, and when you add together positive 7 and negative 3, you do get a positive 4, so we know that that's going to be correct for our factors of this polynomial. Let's try that over here. So we have the same setup. It's written out as a quadratic, so we're going to go ahead and factor that and put an x at the beginning of each parentheses. And then let's write out our factors of 14. We have 1 and 14, and then we have 2 and 7. So if we need to somehow add or subtract those together to get a negative 5, is it possible with 1 and 14? If you said no, you're correct. 1 and 14, no matter what we do, pluses and minuses, there's no way we could end up with negative 5 when we add those together. However, 2 and 7, we can get a negative 5 out of those. And what kind of signs would we need on each so that when we combine them we'll get a negative 5? If you said a positive 2 and a negative 7, you're correct on those. So that would give us x plus 2 and x minus 7 as our factors for this quadratic. For more practice, please feel free to watch our other videos on factoring, and you can see more at our website, sandersontestprep.com, under STP TV. Thanks for watching.